What's better than designing a good synth sound? Having a synth design it for you. It's been a while since the last half-assed tutorial type thing, but as you can see, I've changed studio. But less of that, let's get down to business. Today, I'm going to be having a look at lazy sound design. I'm currently on a bit of a dub mission, and one of the things that I love about dub music is the kind of ear candy that they put in there. What I mean is not just the delay sounds and the reverb, but also the classic bubbly dub noises created by what's commonly referred to as a dub siren. Dub sirens are quite simple synths. They're just an oscillator and an LFO which modulates the pitch. Now, I am sure with a bit of Google foo and perseverance you can find some amazing dub, bubbly, sample dub siren sounds online. However, I did say this was lazy sound design, and I'm too lazy for even that. I quite like to create my own samples. So I could use the Wasp or I could use the Crave. They can both be set up to make dubby sounds, but all that knob twiddling can really make your hand hurt. And I heard a rumour it can make you blind. I would rather have something that would do it for me. Oh, yes. And did I mention, I really am very lazy. Luckily, I can create a patch on the Micromodular which will generate lovely, doublicious, bubbly warbles for me. I'm going to create a 3 LFO patch coming out through a simple envelope. To trigger the sounds, I'm going to use a random pulse generator. When a pulse fires, it will trigger the gate on the envelope and the sound will come out. So the first job, because I'm using LFOs, is to ramp up the rate of the LFO which is attached to the envelope to a level where it starts to generate a sound. Now that I've got the first LFO into an audible range, I can create automagical dub wibbles with the second LFO. I connect the second LFO to the rate input, which is controlled by a dial, of the first LFO, and this will change the pitch. Once the rate dial is turned up full, you can hear the second LFO modulating the first LFO, and that's the start of creating some lovely dubby madness. My favourite dub wibbles are created when the rate of modulation on the pitch is changed in real time. So you go from very close changes in pitch to quite long changes in pitch, or from very long changes in pitch to quite short changes in pitch. This is where the third LFO comes in. You use the third LFO to modulate the rate of the second LFO, and that means that the pitch change in the first LFO that you actually hear speeds up and slows down. To create even more variation, I use a random signal generator to change the rate of that third LFO. So you're never quite sure when the envelope fires whether you're going to have a very slow rate that speeds up or a very fast rate that slows down. For even more entertainment, you can change the waveform of the different LFOs and experiment with sawtooth and square and sine waves and see exactly what kind of lovely bubbles you get. Of course, the whole of this patching session should be recorded, so at some point you can get it into Audacity. While you're playing it back, you keep your ears open for the best wobbly doubly beautiful blips and warbles that give that dub flavour. And you snip them out, normalise them and save them to a file. These sounds can then be loaded into the sampler of your choice and used to sprinkle a bit of dubby ear candy goodness in your tracks. Hope you enjoyed, and if you have, don't forget to subscribe. Oh, and as they say at the Sirius Cybernetics Corporation, share and enjoy. Bye kids.